Welcome back to Crypto Kingdom 78. We're looking at pushinpcoin, become a pusher of the P. Good entry point here was, I think it was very close to $200,000 market cap, if not over. Of course, everything came down with Bitcoin just coming down. Bitcoin came down, BNB came down. So you got to suck it up and get good entry points. Like this one right now is an excellent entry point. It's an inflationary token that pays you rewards. You have to look at the white paper and understand it. It pays you rewards for holding it. This total supply right now is only 100 million, but it ends up around 7 billion. I think it's 7 billion flat that it ends up with. And they do have staking coming, but it's a self-distributing BEP20 token that pushes your P. This is pushinpcoin.com. I always want to call these tokens, but a lot of the websites, they're under the coin.com. So this is pushinpcoin.com. Until now, digital assets like Bitcoin have required participation in mining or staking in order to receive a portion of the inflating supply. So this is a little bit different. So as it's inflating, you still get reflections, rewards, whatever you want to call them. It's like internal staking. They do have a staking system that they're working on. They're just finishing that up as we speak. So they do have staking that you can also take the P tokens, we're going to call them. And for paper, kind of stands for paper, push, many different things. So you'll also be able to stake these hopefully soon. So as a P pusher, you as a holder can partake in the inflation and watch your watch your tokens, your P tokens grow. It explains everything on the website that you need to look at. The tokenomics are fairly simple. It does load different, of course, on the tablet. I loaded on the home PC. It does load a little bit nicer, but for making videos, I like using the tablet or Android, so I can actually do live buys and stuff like that. So the total supply right now, you can see, is the 100 million. The transaction fee 5%. You get P rewards. You have to read the white paper and understand. We'll take a look at how it works in the white paper, the tokenomics, like in detail of how this ends up at 7 billion tokens. But at the same time, you get your rewards. So it's a pretty unique contract in that sense. Again, I think it's a good entry point because all of the market caps are down. So why not buy when it's down? Why would you want to buy when it's up? I mean, this is the choice that we have right now is to not buy or buy when it's down and get a good position and wait for everything to flip. It will reverse. I believe Bitcoin's still going to hit 100,000 at least in 2022. So we're in good position now with the Pushin P. So all holders receive more Pushin P just for being a pusher. So based on how many tokens you have, the more you get. It's that percentage chart. So obviously if a person put in $1,000, they're going to get a bigger chunk of the rewards every day. It's not equally distributed, but no real tokens equally distributed. Staking's coming soon for Pushin P. White paper's right here. We should take a look at the white paper just so everybody understands that this token's got 100 million, but it's going to end up at 7 billion. Just waiting for this to load. And they have a Twitter, they have a Telegram, they have Instagram. This takes you to another page, and you'll click the white paper off of here. It loads up, and everything's in detail right here. What is Pushin P? It's a protocol that establishes Binance Smart Chain self-distributing token is designed to facilitate token distribution without dilution. Dilution to like the supply. So without diluting the supply, this is paying you as it goes up. But again, it only ends up at 7 billion. So over a period of 10 years, inflation is reduced and ends up with a cap supply of flow tokens. So you should read this. I don't want to read all points of it, or it'll be a 30-minute video. Read what Pushin P is and how the contract works. The tokenomics is right here. So you can see where it is now and where it ends up with. The daily inflation applied to the P token supply starts at 1% during the Genesis era. And then at the end of every other era, you can see here on the chart, it is kind of hard to re-explain this. Once you read it, you'll kind of understand how it works. Over a 10-year, this chart's like year. So it's like a 10-year chart and how many days. So that's just 365. That's how you read this chart under eras. And then you can see the inflation, how that goes between like 0 to 1 and then all the way to 10 years. They're both 10-year charts here for the tokenomics. It is a unique contract. I've never really seen one laid out exactly like this before. So you can see the initial total supply tokens is 100 million. As inflation is applied across the different eras, the supply of the tokens, P tokens, will end up just under, I said 7 billion, so it's just under 7 billion. So give or take. And then liquidity pool and supply, there was no pre-sale. It tells you how it's all distributed. And then once the staking starts, the supply, like the staking will pay out normal. So there'll be an APY or APR in the staking. Again, this is the pushinpcoin.com. We'll do some follow-up videos with these guys. Once they have the staking, we'll do a live staking video. They have Twitter. It's pushinpcoin on Twitter. That's their handle. It's fairly brand new. Yeah, it's probably like a week old, I think it is now. It's a few days old, let's put it that way. It's new. It's out in January. And like I said, we're going to do a follow-up video with these guys. Please learn how the contract works. If anybody has any questions, just hit them up in the Telegram. You can also ask me too directly, but they know their token better than me. I understand how the contract works, but they might know a few things that I don't know. And this is the pushinpcoin.com. And we'll do a follow-up with them once their staking's ready. Once these tokens provide us with information, then we'll do follow-up videos for all of them.